Right then, so if we look at these swings there, okay, the right-hand one now was kind of your before.
Right.
Okay, you'll see now as we go back on this right-hand one now as the club goes back. Very, very high. Right elbow, the right elbow's almost above your head. And that's a really, really high right elbow. Almost the point now that if you look at your right side, I mean, that isn't too far off being almost a straight line. Really big, high sort of stretch. And the thing with that is going to cause the golf club to come down very steep into the golf ball. Okay?
Yeah.
And generally keep the club face open. So the ball goes to the right. What you then did to kind of compensate for that as the club went back, you sort of took the golf club back, sort of very hooded, that club still facing the golf ball, almost as that club gets kind of waist and hip height. So you kind of take the golf club back almost in a straight line hooded. And it kind of looks like almost you're trying to hit the golf ball in a straight line by going straight back and straight through, keeping your arms and everything dead straight, yeah? Almost bunt it dead straight, where the golf swing, as we said, is a circle around our body. So this, what we call closed club face now, will send the golf ball way to the left, whereas the high arm sends the ball way to the right. The other thing as well, when you came back here, because your arms are so high, you had to avoid hitting the ground. The ground was going to be slammed into as you come back to the golf ball here now. You've almost got to sort of rise the handle up. Look at your hands there relative to your sort of impact. You've almost got a little bit of a kind of bowing with the hands here compared to kind of where you are there, because you're trying to not hit the ground, almost like rise up the handle to stop you effectively slamming the club in the ground and hurting yourself, which will again keep the club face now open and out to the right. So you've got kind of two elements there in the golf swing that are going to send the golf ball in that direction. Then your hooding of the club face in the backswing sends it that way, and then hoping those sort of three things blend together nicely and the ball goes straight. When it goes straight, making pars and the odd birdie, maybe, and a few easy bogeys. When they don't, it's reloading lost ball and trees and really going to struggle. So that's kind of your backswing there. Okay. This one on the left-hand side now as you go back. Club now is not so far outside your hands, okay? Still a little bit hooded, but not quite so far outside your hands, okay? And now as you get to here, there's your backswing. So at least now your elbow is getting nearer to your shoulder. And if I'm being honest, I wouldn't want it today to be where we want it long term, because it would feel so strange. You'd probably miss the ball. And if you made that many swings and just kept missing the golf ball, you'd be like, I can't do this, is ridiculous. I can't play golf. Okay? So we've got to take it from kind of where it was, kind of up there, to where we are today, to eventually, and this is where the practice is going to come in, to where you want to, but you're doing it progressively with practice, use of mirrors or filming yourself at home, whatever it may be, and bringing that right arm down a little bit. And that, as that right elbow gets down here, this arm will now get a little bit lower. So what we're looking for is kind of, that's where the club would be there, more over your right shoulder, okay, which I think will become a lot easier once you're not trying to keep your left arm straight and you're taking the tension out of your shoulders. You're now going, okay, I want my arms and my shoulders to go here and position them there. So the back, your arm basically do this, just lift up this way, and then you turn your shoulders, So many golfers trying to, they're like, ugh, can't go in, and then they end up having to lift up in the air, and this elbow then sticking out, as you said, the old chicken wing, as you called it, or what people say. So in an ideal world, so the elbow would be down here, and that's where kind of your right arm would be there. That's kind of the triangle we're kind of looking for. So you're getting towards that, but compared to where you are on there, obviously, I mean, it's like, it's miles away, to be fair. So that'll take a little bit of getting used to. If we can practice that, what we would expect is you to start missing the ground a little bit early initially, which is what you did, because, as we said, because of your angle being so steep and you having to sort of come down to the golf ball as steep as you were, hitting the ground now, I mean, that club is almost basically vertical, isn't it? That's chopping it in the ground there, really, really steep, okay? Because of that now, it's coming at the golf ball very steep. You've got to try and miss the ground. The handle now, again, at this point now, is almost vertical. Your hands, as we said, concave over, okay? Miss the ground, and then the elbow sort of stick out and you sort of go on the other side. Reasonable kind of follow-through position, but very much sort of adapt into the physics around your body. Whereas this one here now, as we start coming back down, okay, as you can see yourself, the club's going to come down a bit different to what you're used to, so the ground may not be as close to where like your hands there now. They're a little bit more kind of there and out this way, as opposed to being out that way. So the ground wasn't quite where it was. You might catch a few a little bit cleaner, a little bit thin. But generally speaking, this swing here now is moving more. Look at the post swing through there.
Yeah.
Look at the angle on that one compared to that one there.
Yeah.
That club's, again,
Right,
vertical.
yeah.
This one here now is a bit more kind of around and on the angle we're looking for, okay? So it's just getting that club in a better position, both in terms of top of the backswing with that elbow, and then back in the golf with a better position again. And I would try and encourage you when you hit the shots, when you're on the range or practicing, do 2 or 3 practice swings before each shot, feeling that elbow. So swing back and stop, feel it, where is it? Then have a look and see, okay, it's not too bad. And then hit the ground, and actually swing through. Do that a couple of times each, every shot if you can do, just to try and get muscle memory.
Yeah.
If you just go to a golf ball flat out, full speed, full swing, you're pretty guaranteed you're going to go back to that high elbow there.
Yeah, right.
Because that's what you feel comfortable doing.
Yeah.
When someone says, here's a golf club, Kevin, give it a whack, that's what you do.
Yeah.
So that's what if you go into default mode, that's what will happen. You
Yeah.
go to full speed, okay? So, and that steeper angle of attack, having to sort of rise the hand up to you. Again, it's all these compensatory moves you're having to make. When you get good at them, that's pretty good. When it doesn't work, not so good. That kind of makes sense, yeah?
Yes, of course. Yeah.
Excellent, good
Yeah.
stuff. Like I say, we'll look at that second lesson. We'll look at maybe more how the club's going to square up post impact or at impact and just after, once you get this elbow working better
Right.
from practice. Okay, mate? Good stuff.